As you can see, I am sitting on the chair about to perform a sit to stand. In relation to my position, my hip is positioned at a 90-degree angle. When I'm about to begin standing up, my torso will then lean anteriorly, which will increase my hip flexion angle to about 120 degrees roughly. Also, my pelvis, or my ASIS, is performing an anterior pelvic tilt. As soon as my glutes leave the seat, the force from my hips is transferred then to my legs in order to generate force for me to stand up. Once I am halfway up, my hips are extended by way of the gluteus maximus, which is the prime mover of the sit to stand.
Anatomy of the hip joint. Joint includes the head of the femur and the acetabulum of the pelvic bone. The hip joint is a diarthrotic joint, as it is free to move around. It is also a ball and socket synovial joint. This means that it allows rotatory motion in every direction within certain limits. Now we're going to show you an exercise that will assist with the rehabilitation of the functional movement of the hip after the hip replacement.
Here she's going to lie flat on her back in the supine position, which is also known as lying flat on her back on the bench. Alright, so how she's going to start is by flexing her knee, both knees up straight to the sky, feet flat, feet spaced out, shoulder width apart. Now from her pelvis or her hip, she's going to raise it straight to the sky. Now she's going to squeeze her gluteus maximus for a total of 5 seconds. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4, and then 5, and then back down onto the bench. That would count as 1 rep. You have to do this exercise, you have to complete it 8 to 12 reps, around 3 sets, and then in between each set is 2 to 3 minutes break. So lastly, as a way to progress this glute bridge or hip thrust exercise, a way to do that would be add a weighted object. All right, so how you do this would be placing this dumbbell or whatever object that you may have onto your pelvis or hip. I'll hold this here. Ideally, you just hold it with your hands on the hip, and while holding it, raising your hips straight to the sky for the same 5 seconds. If 5 seconds has become too easy, you can increase it from 5 to 10 seconds, and then back down. That'll count as 1 rep.